I came to know about Australia when I was a kid. I saw that Hugh Jackman, he's playing Wolverine and he's from Australia. So I've always wanted to go to Australia. That's the first of my many dreams that I have achieved so far. I know that the technology sector is very promising. I think it's better for me to learn about that. And that's why I decided to study information technology. I've always wanted to get a job in IT here in Australia. But I know that it's quite tough because as an international student, I also had to earn more money because we all know the tuition fee is very expensive, right? I mean, from my experience, it might cost like $6,000 for starters, $20,000 for 6 months, or and maybe like in 1 year we can expect 35,000 to 40,000. So I decided to start all over again from the scratch, studying the local culture, making some friends. Before getting this IT job, I was a retail team member at the supermarket and then as a warehouse team member. So I did two jobs. I was also having the internship. I've always wanted to do some kind of networking with people, but I never got a chance to do that because I was so shy. I was also not good around people. And then after joining great jobs, I also realized everything that I've always wanted is on the other side of the road. But in order to get there, I have to cross the road. After joining the great jobs, I came to realize that networking is very important. Back in the days, I was so shy. I was not really good at this. I was having like a low self-esteem. I look at people around me. They have something what I want. But the thing is, how to get that. And I realized that I've been living by myself for quite a while, so I don't have someone to give me advice. I search on the internet, but there is no practical tips, I guess. And then suddenly, when I joined Great Jobs, that's when I realized the most important part is I have to get out of my comfort zone because if I don't do that, I might not get a job. I might spend the rest of my life working at a warehouse, maybe, which is quite a shame, but which is why I need to do something. And we also need to start somewhere, right? After joining the great jobs, I also realized that there's a community behind us. There are so many people that will support us. There are also so many people that will help us or and guide us with the resume, with the cover letter, and also teach me some tricks about how to ace the interviews. There are also so many materials that great jobs provided. The reason why I love it is it's really, really practical. And I can see that all the coaches, all the mentors, they are already working in their own professional fields. They can also give us some advice, which is very good. Because if I search on the internet, well, I think the writer on that blog might not have a job after all. I mean, we never know, right? Or maybe that person just makes something up. But in great jobs, people are all professionals, so I can trust them very well. And yes, they are also so brilliant, so amazing. I wasn't so sure about my future back then. I also realized that whatever that I tried in the past, well, it might not work out. And then I said that maybe this is the silver bullet to my problem. So that's why I decided that I would like to join Great Jobs. And I think the rest is history.
How did you find that initial call? That was with Amchobi, right?
I think the presentation was very, very brilliant. It was super clear. I think it was also very transparent. And every question that I threw at him, he replied back, he answered with the examples, provided me with the evidence. And I was super confident that, okay, this is legit. This is not like other scam. This is so true. And that's why I just sign up for that. I saw the achievement that other people have been talking about. Anchovy showed me the testimonies. 410 people had already secured their jobs. The rating is very good. And yes, the Google can prove it. So it's very trustworthy as well. And he also shared with me some techniques when you talk to the interviewer or when you talk to someone on LinkedIn, how to promote yourself. And it's very, very amazing actually. On that call, he's very, very open. He's also very, very brilliant, I guess. So yeah, that's why I decided to join. I think that's the best thing in my life because when I was a kid, I've always had a dream like this is what I'm gonna do. But the thing is, I've never done it. I just had a dream like that. And then for the first time ever in my life, when I joined Great Jobs, at least that dream comes alive. Because all of my other dreams, I think they just sank into the ocean. I think after joining the Great Jobs, what really changed me is my mindset. Because my friends themselves, I think they have been searching for jobs for months, but still they haven't got one. And I heard that they have already applied like 300 applications, I guess, on LinkedIn, Indeed, on Seek.com, and still they haven't got one. The mindset is very important, and it also tells us what to do if things do not work out. If we apply for 1,000 jobs and if we still don't get a job, that means that something has to change, right? After that, we also need to realize our potential. We also need to make sure that our skills can also match their job description. Back when I was in uni, they only mentioned that after graduating, you can find a job. They never taught me how to get a job. I don't know why they never taught us how to get a job. They always told me like maybe you could search on the internet. But the thing is, when I search on Google how to get a job, suddenly Google shows like one billion results. Which one is the most trustworthy one? We never know. And the thank you note, that's very important, I guess. I search on Great Jobs. I think the thank you note template, and it's very convenient, making sure that they remember our name after the interview. This is something that not many people will tell us, and yeah, it's so great actually.
You know?
There's an old saying that goes like, it's not the size of the dog that matters in a fight, but it's the size of a fight of the dog that matters in a fight. Ever since I learned that, I realized that it's the mindset, it's the attitude, it's the behavior that is more important actually. It's always better to stay humble, keep studying, keep learning as well, to be a better version of ourselves, or at least make tomorrow a better day than today, right? I think that's what motivates me, I guess. I actually don't have many friends. I'm like an introvert person. So we have to try our best, adjust to the environment, and of course, if there's a feedback coming from the people, then I normally always take them into consideration. I think about the resume part, normally what I have been told by people is we have to showcase everything. They told me to put everything that I have done in my resume, and then I just realized that after joining the Great Jobs, turns out it's always like it always works both ways. The company wants this kind of person and it has to match. Of course, it doesn't have to match 100%, but if we can improve that, then the probability is high for us of getting hired. And this is something that I never known actually. Back in the days, people just told me just apply for it. Just write a resume, make sure your name is there, your phone number is there. Hopefully they will call us. But nah, it doesn't work like that. The cover letter that I learned in uni, for some reason, it's very, very monotone. They never talk us about what's really important. After joining Great Jobs, when I received the templates, I could see the flow of creating the cover letter. It's very wonderful, it's very helpful, especially in the first three paragraphs. We need to make sure that we also have reached out to the people in the company, maybe just having a conversation, and then we mention that in cover letter, and then we tell the hiring manager that we have already had a conversation with one of your employees. What they say about the culture there is very good. That's very, very fantastic. I wish I knew that before, but it's never too late anyway. After joining the Great Jobs, after navigating to the interview courses, I realized that the technique could be changed. Interview has to be fun as well. Of course, we don't want to make it sound like robotic, but we just want to make sure that our first impression is good in front of the hiring manager. And of course, the smile is very important. I remember very well, like reading the course. Don't forget to smile, because I rarely smile, but that course is very, very like a life changing. I believe that every time we have to ask the interview, we also have to smile. Yeah, we have to show our positivity, show our energy, and making sure that the interviewer is also happy with us, because at the end of the day, people hire people they like. Make sure that we also allow the time for the interviewer to follow up on what we said, and also thank their time as well. I never learned that, which is why it's been like a blessing to me joining Great Jobs.
Okay, so you joined grad jobs, you learned all these new things, and then you actually started taking action. You started applying, you started talking and messaging, you started writing a good resume, writing a good cover letter, getting interviews. So what job did you get and how did you get it?
It's an application support engineer. I applied that like after I joined Great Jobs, after I crafted the resume with the feedbacks from Great Jobs as well and the cover letter as well. I think I was so lucky to get this job. It's been fun actually working at a company and learning this stuff. I also still follow the basic rules that the Great Jobs told me before. Make sure we smile a lot. Make sure that we also stay humble, although we might know something that we have learned, but just stay humble. Make sure that we also communicate with others, get along with people. It's like a dream come true, yes. There were 85 people who applied for the jobs. So, of course, after hearing that story, I was like, oh my goodness. And then for some reason, they picked me. That's a crazy story, right? I think one of my colleagues told me that I possess a strong knowledge. And the second thing is, this is just him talking to me. He told me that I always smile. That's what he told me. Like I always smile.
And you're enjoying the job?
Yeah, I am. So far, it's been fun. The people are nice, and I also get to learn a lot. I think last time we learned about the database. It's been so fun, and yeah, I'm looking forward to improving my proficiency. I handle the technical support, so the laptops, the networks as well.
If there's someone who is in the position you were a while ago, they're studying, international student maybe, and they're a bit nervous, they're not sure whether they can make their dreams come true. If you had to say one thing to them, one piece of advice, what would you say?
Okay, one thing is just smile and be nice. And make sure you find Mackenzie from Great Jobs and get out of your comfort zone. I think be humble and then also keep learning. If there's a feedback, yeah, make sure that we take those feedback into consideration.
People who are in grad jobs, they've joined the program, they've made the jump. What do you recommend to them in order to get the best results? Get a result like yours, like an offer within 3 months.
My advice is to never give up. Make sure that we also pay attention to our job alerts. We go through the job description. Make sure that we immediately send an email to Great Jobs asking for feedback, asking for advice, and also please attend the sessions. It doesn't have to be every day, but like just make sure that we attend the session, we gain something, and then we work on it. No matter how many feedback that we can receive, if we don't take into consideration, something would change.
Anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
Probably don't give up, be humble, and if you are an international student, make sure that you join Great Jobs as soon as possible. That's the best thing. You'll learn a lot how to get a job. We need to have that course. But people will never teach us like that. This is something that we need to figure out for ourselves. And I'm glad that we can find those things in Great Jobs because maybe we could learn from our mistake. But the good thing about the Great Jobs is we learn before we even make the mistakes. That's a good part about that.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And I'd also like to say to anyone watching this, if you want to be successful and you want to achieve your dreams, take a leaf out of Ketmanto's book. Actually listen to what he's been saying and how he's been able to achieve this and follow in his footsteps because he's been one of the best clients we've worked with. He's very hardworking. And we always knew, we told you from the first time we met you that we know you were going to do very well because, even with everything that we provide in grad jobs, you can give people everything on a platter. You can tell them exactly what to do, how to do it, all the coaching, all the unlimited support, the proven resume templates, the proven everything, and they still won't do it, or they'll complain and they'll give up and they don't have the right mindset. Yeah. Be more like Ketmanto.
Be more like Mackenzie as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. If anyone watching this wants to, get help, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Yeah. Have a great day. And thank you so much for your time, Ketmanto.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Thank you. Have a good one.
Enjoy. Bye.